What's up, everybody? So let's talk about the Sephora kids. So apparently this is a thing, and I did not know this, right? So preteens around 10 to 12 years old goes into Sephora and buy different makeup items, makeup products, creams for their faces, like retinol creams and things like that. Y'all, I did not know this was a thing, okay? Because when I was younger, it was no Sephora, okay? It was no Sephora. It was no going to get no lipstick, lip glosses, mascaras, no retinol creams, none of that, okay? And I did not do that for my child either. So I didn't know this was a thing, right? Because when I was 10 and 12 years old, I was outside riding my bike. I was outside playing with the girls. I was playing with dolls and things like that. Girl, we was not doing no shopping spree at Sephora. So I'm like, what? Who had Sephora money? I know my mama didn't, okay? And besides, my child, she did not do all of that when she was young. I did not allow her to go into Sephora and pick out makeup and lipsticks and things like that. That's just something I did not do. So I really didn't know this was a thing. So apparently these kids are going into Sephora and basically at the end of the day, they're destroying some of the products. Like they go in there, they'll take some of the testers and just ruin the testers and ruin the products, try these testers on and just basically destroying the products, right? And so the question is, where are these kids' parents? Because if you are a true parent, you're not going to allow your kids to, one, go have a shopping spree in Sephora, two, let these badass kids destroy property that's not theirs, especially since they don't work, okay? I'm not letting my child do that. But apparently these parents are okay with their kids destroying property, right? Honey, I don't know about y'all, but when I was 10 years old, I was wearing the beauty supply store lip gloss. You know, the one that came in the glass tube with the little roller at the top. Those were the lip glosses that we were wearing, okay? It was no lipstick. It was no mascaras. It was none of that. And what's up with these kids wanting to put retinol cream on their face? Anti-aging cream? Baby, you ain't got not now wrinkle in your face. You're going to damage your skin more than it needs to be, right? Like, I'm not understanding. Can these kids stay in a kid's place? They're basically growing up too fast, in my opinion, right? Gone are the days that these young girls shop at Claire's. Can we bring back those days right now, please? So let's watch some of these videos that I saw on TikTok with these kids just going into Sephora and basically doing what the hell they want to in the store. Where your parents at? Where your mammy? And where your daddy at? That's the question, right? So let's watch some of these videos.
That's that big can't get them right. That's that big can't get them right.
The majority of customers are children.
I just saw a girl on my For You page talking about how Sephora has become the new Claire's. There's a bunch of 10-year-olds running around fiending for Drunk Elephant and like looking for rare beauty as if Selena Gomez is in the building. And let me tell you, I have a story for you. These 10-year-olds are crazy. Like literally the most feral. I was a camp counselor. The Sephora kids are different than any type of kids. First of all, whatever did happen to Claire's? Because I catch myself going into Claire's sometimes when I want a pair of cheap earrings or like a random
10-year-olds are ruining makeup stores. Lately, Sephora employees have been complaining on TikTok that every time they work a shift, the majority of customers are children under the age of 13 that have no manners. They go up to the sample section and quite literally destroy everything and make a huge mess that they don't even bother cleaning up. In fact, some workers are saying that the kids will open up packaged products from a set set just to take one or two items, thus resulting in the store losing hundreds if not thousands of dollars worth of product.
Always when the groups of kids come into the store that we then find all of the empty Summer Fridays boxes.
As a result, some Sephora locations are allegedly removing testers entirely because it's not worth them if the kids are just gonna ruin it and not purchase anything. And it's not like they can ban 10-year-olds from coming into their store. Not to mention, people in the comments section were saying things like when they were 10 years old, they were playing with Barbies and watching Rugrats. Meanwhile, nowadays they're putting on a full face of makeup and are wanting to grow up faster and faster.
I'm in Sephora right now, and I'm going to count how many 10-year-olds I see. 1, 2, 3. Currently walking past a 10-year-old getting her eyebrows done. 4, 5, 6. There's a whole group of them over here. 7, 8. There's a group of 10-year-old boys in here now, and they're fucking around with the lipstick. 10, 11, 12. Excuse me, sorry. Alright. They literally were sticking their fucking fingers in the lipstick. I'm over this. Can't even approach the drunk elephant counter right now. It's the middle of a Thursday. Why aren't these kids in school? Whose mom is buying them this? Go shop at Claire's.
Get unready with me while I tell you about my experience with the 10-year-olds at Sephora as someone who used to work at Sephora. Okay, so I was just on the floor helping people out, and this little girl came up to me, obviously asking if we had the Drunk Elephant bronzy drops. This was the time when they were so incredibly viral that they weren't in stock literally anywhere. So I told her that no, we didn't have them, but I have some really good dupes or alternatives that I could show her if she'd like. The second I had said that, this girl had this just look of like pure disgust on her face. This girl looks me dead in the eyes and goes, "Are you effing kidding me?" Literally, this little girl, and she did not say effing, she said the whole thing. I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry, they're sold out, but like I said, I can show you some alternatives. She looks at me and she's like, no, I don't want an alternative, I want the bronzy drops. And again, I was like, I'm so sorry, but we don't have them. So then she proceeds to ask me if we have the Drunk Elephant retinol serum. Mind you, she cannot be any older than like 10 years old. But I'm not her parent, I just literally work at Sephora. So I was like, yeah, we do, but I want to let you know, like, this is a very strong serum. You really probably don't need it for your young skin. She looks at me and she goes, yeah, I really don't care what you think or what you say. I want it, so I'm gonna buy it. I was like, oh. Okay, so I'm just doing my job and I walk her over to the Drunk Elephant section, and as like a little last ditch effort, I was like, I just want to say this serum is so strong, even I can't use it because it's too strong for my skin. She obviously did not care whatsoever. She like rolled her eyes and was like, yeah, like whatever. So then she proceeds to make those like face smoothies, like with all the testers, with like literally every single serum, and just like make the biggest mess. And I'm not like her mom or anything, like you can do whatever you want, just like I'm gonna clean it up when you leave. So I didn't say anything, I just kind of let her like play around, walk around the store, and then her mom comes in. Here I am thinking that the mom's gonna like talk some sense into this child and say, listen, little girl, you don't need a retinol serum, but instead the girl goes up to her mom and is like, mommy, like, can you buy this for me, please? So the mom takes it and she's like reading it and she's like, retinol? Why do you want this? I kid you not, the little girl goes, oh, the worker told me I should get it. What? No, ma'am, I did not. So I'm like, oh crap. Like, the mom comes up to me and she is so pissed off. She is like, why are you trying to upsell my daughter? That is piggery. This is disgusting. Like, how do you even do that? Now, side note, like, obviously when you work in retail, customer service is everything. So like, you're kind of used to like angry people sometimes, but you still have to be like nice and respectful to the customers. So I was like, oh my gosh, ma'am, I am so sorry for the misunderstanding. I did not tell her to get that. I actually advised against it, but I can't tell her what to do. Thinking that she would be like, oh, okay, so sorry. No. She was like, oh, so you're calling my daughter a liar? Oh God. I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. No, ma'am, that is not what I'm trying to say. I just wanted to let you know that I did not recommend a retinol serum for your 10-year-old daughter. Meanwhile, I look over at the kid and she's just like looking at me with this like grin. Like she knew what she was doing, but the mom was so mad. So I was like, I'm so sorry, you know, doing all like the customer service stuff. But then she looks at the kid and she's like, yeah, we're not getting this, but like you can go pick something else out. And I was like, okay, like if you guys need help looking for anything. And she was like, no, we don't need your help. It's like, okay, I see. So at this point, I'm just kind of like letting them do their own thing. Obviously, I'm like there if they need help, but I'm not going to insert myself anymore, but I see them like walking around in like the Charlotte Tilbury section. She's like, I want the magic cream, the eye cream, and the magic serum. Anyways, they end up coming up to the counter and all she's cashing out with is the Drunk Elephant retinol serum. So I didn't say anything, but as I'm checking them out, the mom is like, how bad is this actually going to be for her skin? And I was like, it's not really safe for younger skin. Retinol is usually for people 25 and older, but I can't tell you what to do. And she was like, I'm so sorry if I was coming on too strong earlier, but like if she just uses like a little bit, like will it be that bad for her skin? And I was like, again, I do not recommend a 10-year-old using retinol, but that's just my opinion. She bought it, and as they were cashing out, I was like, oh, you have X amount of points, like do you want any of our 100-point gifts? So the little girl looks at the gifts and she says, I want that one. I don't even know why I was surprised, but it was like the Estee Lauder Night Repair for anti-aging serum. So the mom was like, is that safe for little girls? I was like, again, I don't recommend it, but I don't know what you want me to say here. So she picked out that gift, and that was pretty much it. But it was a crazy little experience. And then that little girl came in the next week with her friends. Too much. There's so many stories that I have from working at Sephora with like older people, younger people, like the amount of stories that I can tell, it's insane. Moral of the story is, moms, if your child wants Drunk Elephant, just advise against it. And if you're a little girl and you want Drunk Elephant, you do not need it. You are going to damage your skin, your perfect young skin.
Okay, so y'all saw those videos, and at the end of the day, it's these parents' fault. Because how would these kids know about Sephora unless the parents allow them to go into Sephora? And we got to understand too, this is the age of social media. These kids stay on these phones and tablets and computers, and they see it all and they want it all. But at the end of the day, the parents got to say no. A lot of these parents are trying to be these kids' friends. Be a parent first. Because this is ridiculous for a 10-year-old to want anti-aging cream and they haven't even aged yet. I am 44 years old and I don't have a wrinkle on my face. Well, I'll be 44 in May, but I ain't got no wrinkles like that. And I don't even use that stuff. And y'all, I am a makeup artist as well in my city. And to be quite honest with you, I have done teenagers' makeup in the 8th grade. Yes, I have. And I'm talking about full faces of makeup too, just to go to their dance, right? So vanity is a thing, and it starts out young with these young girls wanting their makeup done. Now, my daughter did not get makeup, I don't believe, when she was in 8th grade. Now that she is 18, she does get makeup all the time, right? But as a 10-year-old to 12-year-old to 13-year-old, no, that's just too much, in my opinion, you know? So what do y'all think about this whole situation with the Sephora kids and these kids going crazy about lip glosses and makeups and retinol creams and anti-aging creams? Y'all know what y'all got to do. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Share this video, like this video. And y'all know what y'all got to do. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.